wasn't even recording.
What are you?
Oh!
What's happening? I'm taking my headphones off. I don't know what's happening. Hold on.
Good morning, motherfuckers.
What the hell is that? I just hear static. What is that?
I don't even know how that picks up on the microphone. It's the NFL theme, but bass boosted.
Oh my god.
I think it was just all bass.
That was horrible.
What is this?
Oh my god.
We're ramping it.
Oh my god. Welcome back to the podcast, people. I'm Sam and I'm sick again.
Are you actually?
I am.
Oh no.
I'm sick again. I slept through my alarm. We almost didn't record this podcast, which would have been the second time because we forgot last time.
Yeah, I remember we got through the day and I was like, "Oh shit, we were supposed to record."
And I was just like, "Oh fuck." Okay, well.
Oh god.
It was like 8 p.m. when that
Yeah.
happened.
No, 100%. I remember I was like going through my day. To be fair, I like had so much stuff planned for that day, and then I didn't do any of it because I was like, I actually don't want to. It was the first like 2 days I had off in a row from work in like a hot sec.
Ooh,
so
that's always good.
Right? So I was like, I'm not doing any of that. And then Sam and I made plans to record an episode, and then at like 8 p.m. we're like, oh shit, we were supposed to record today. And that didn't happen, so. But yeah, hi, welcome back to the episode. We're actually pre-recording this one, so at the point of recording this, I still live at my old place.
That's crazy.
Which is it's gonna be weird to think about, because like when this gets published, I'll still be at my old place. Ooh, that's so weird to think about. I don't like that. Anyway.
I'm mad at you.
Why are you mad at me?
I'm mad at you because I just figured out how to get to your place without any anxiety, without any being like, oh shit, I have to check my map constantly, even though I know where I'm going. I just get nervous traveling alone, especially in Toronto. And I just figured it out, and you're moving again.
I'm moving.
Now I gotta figure out how to get to the new place.
No, because like I'm fine with traveling by myself. I mean, like I've like flown on planes by myself, and I've like traveled whatever. But like going like okay, so for example, the two most recent tattoos I've gotten, which was back in like January, I took public transit to get there, and it was like 2 hours because the place was in fucking Mississauga, but a bitch is broke. Yep. And this was probably the most scared I've ever been traveling by myself. Like I flew to fucking.
I was going to Mississauga.
Yeah. But I that's a good one. I flew to Minnesota by myself and was fine. But taking a 2-hour subway / like bus ride to Mississauga was horrible because I took the subway, I got on a bus, and I was on a bus that like was heading towards Mississauga, and my app told me to get off at this stop and then walk. And it was like a 15-minute walk. So I was like, okay, whatever. Little did I know that it wanted me to walk through a residential neighborhood and through a fucking forest to get to my tattoo place.
You didn't tell me this.
Did I not?
Fuck no.
So I was afraid I was gonna get fucking murdered because it's January. It was like, I think it was like, it may have been 12. Like it was midday, but it was like, it was cloudy, it was cold, there was snow on the ground, and I'm walking through this fucking forest that just goes on for like miles. Like all you see is trees. And that's to be fair, like it wasn't like dense because like there was no leaves on the trees, so I could see almost everywhere. But it was still a big enough park that I was like I could legitimately get murdered and no one would know until like someone goes walking through here.
Oh my god.
And then the path I was supposed to take to get to my tattoo place was closed because it would walk into a construction zone.
Oh.
So then I was like, what the fuck do I do? Because I don't know this area. I don't know any other way around there. So I just took the path anyway and walked through a construction zone.
Oh my, how?
Okay, to be fair, I didn't walk through it. I walked, like, around it, but, like, I was very clearly not supposed to be there.
That's like, thanks, Google.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm like, thanks, man. And I was so scared I was gonna show up late because, like, tattoos aren't cheap, and if I showed up late, I'd lose my deposit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm getting this with Christmas money, dude. Like,
yeah.
I can't lose it. So I fucking sped walked my ass to that tattoo place and got there right on the dot. And I was like, oh, thank God. And the tattoo artist was really sweet. Like, I love her. She was great. But still, I was, like, panicking because I'd never been there before.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Google Maps and the transit app that I have that told me to walk through a fucking forest and past a construction zone and like in the middle of like fucking nowhere in Mississauga. It was so great. Thank you. I thought I told you that story. That's funny. Sometimes
No.
I love when I love when I tell stories and you're like, when does this happen? It's a surprise for everybody. Yay!
Yay.
Woo!
Oh my God. A lot of things have changed since the last episode.
When was the last episode? It was what, in April?
I don't fucking know.
Actually, yes, a lot of things have changed because the last episode I was 21. I'm 22 now.
Yeah.
I was like, what's changed? I'm like, oh, I did get a year older. That's
You
changed.
got a year older. I became an aunt.
That's true. You did become an aunt.
I have 2 nephews now. And I still can't fucking believe. Like, it's like, oh, I have nephews, but it's also like, nah. No way.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to see them yet because they're still like in NICU, and also I'm fucking working all the time and it's hard to get time off. But also I don't want to stress my brother and my sister-in-law out. But you know, that's crazy.
No, exactly.
I did some new stuff in between. No comment.
I was like, what? And I'm like, oh, I get it. But no, I feel like once you actually like have the chance to see them, then it'll probably hit a lot harder.
I know. I think I'm gonna bawl my eyes out because I've like had moments where it's like dead at work, and it'll creep into my mind. Oh, I have nephews, and then I'll like picture the pictures that I've been sent, and then I'll start tearing up a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had this like instinct ever towards a child.
The idea of like, I've never really thought about me being an aunt because like I'm on the fence about kids. I'm leaning more towards no. Like, I don't really want kids. I'm like, I'm open to the idea, but I'm mainly no.
Yeah.
My older brother does not want kids. My older brother hates kids. And my little brother surprisingly does want kids, which my older brother and I were like, what? Hello? You are the messiest motherfucker out of the 3 of us and you want kids. All in a loving way, of course. But so like the idea of like being an aunt doesn't really like, it seems like far-fetched for me because like it wouldn't be happening for probably another 10 years realistically. Yeah. So it's kind of,
I mean, I have such a big age gap with my brother too. So he's like 15 years older.
No, exactly. So like different circumstances. But yeah, I don't know what I'd do. If I found out that I was an aunt, I feel like I'd be like, oh, like, what the fuck? Like, this is weird.
What the fuck? What do I do? I know. I still don't. I'm like, I don't. Technically, I'm already an aunt. Like before this, I have some cousins in BC, and they had kids, right? And then I met them last year. 13 and 11 now. Actually, she just turned 11. Okay. My niece. And do you remember when I met them? I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually getting along with these kids. I'm the cool aunt. I'm the cool aunt. My niece made me a bracelet, and I still have it. I took it off because I didn't want it to get all like ruined. So I have it like on my desk, and I look at it sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I miss them.
I miss them, yeah.
But like proper nephews now, and like they're here, and I'm like, not that my niece and nephew aren't proper niece and nephews.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
know what you mean though. I know what you mean
Hold on.
though. Like they're
I love you
across the
guys.
country, so you don't see
They're
them as
across the
often.
country.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
only met them once. I've only
Mhm.
talked to them when they were here. But yeah, I don't
Mhm.
know. I still don't know how I'm gonna deal with this. I think I'll be pretty chill and cool.
Yeah.
I'll be pretty cool. I have a fun story about this though.
Oh.
It's not fun, but I'm choosing to laugh about it.
Oh, okay.
So, I got my nephews some plushies. The plushies are of Odin's ravens.
Oh,
So
the
there's
story.
so yeah,
Mhm.
so it comes in a set, right? And I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get two sets, right? One they can share cuz they'll get one each, and then I'll have a set for myself, and it'll be like a cute little connection thing, you know?" And I got it from this website that I really like actually. It's a like a Norse site. They worked on the show Vikings and stuff. And I didn't realize that it was showing me the price in USD
That's always the worst. I hate when that
for
happens.
two of them for two sets. And I was like, I was so excited I didn't even check.
Mhm.
It was USD. It was 70 USD. I blacked out. I clicked order. I don't know what happened. 20 minutes later, I'm like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Was that CAD or USD? Because if it was USD, I'm out $100.
Yeah, at least.
And no, it was actually on the dot $100.
Oh, okay. That's not.
Um,
Yeah.
and so I went to my bank account. I was out $100. I was like, oh, well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. I'll suffer through that. That's fine. I didn't know that they use DHL as
Oh.
their
Yup.
carrier. And then I get a fucking email like 3 days before it's supposed to be delivered.
Mhm.
You have to pay a customs fee of $35 or your package is
Does
going back to Sweden. Oh,
yeah.
because it was coming from Sweden, by the way. Your package is going back to Sweden. And I'm like, huh? So then I started Googling shit. I'm like, am I being scammed? What is fucking happening? I don't know. Do I have to pay this fee? Is there a way around it? And everyone's like, yeah, DHL fucks you over
Mhm.
every fucking time.
Yeah.
So I had to pay the fee. So these two sets of Odin's Ravens plushies were $135 and something cents.
I mean, that's a little better than my freaking 160. No, was it 160 or 110? No, I think it was 110. My $110 gamer subs. I don't
Schmat
know
hates Canadians.
if, for real.
Schmat hates Canadians.
I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast before. I know I've told you it. But uh the story you just told reminded me of this one. Because I'm sure at least most of the people who listen to this podcast know what gamer subs is. If you don't, it's just like like an energy like supplement thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could kind of say it like that.
It's an energy drink, but with like
It's
good
powder.
stuff, and it's not
It's not as harsh.
it's not with all of the bullshit that's in like Monster and shit.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Yeah. Hey, what's
Hey.
good? But it's been around for a while and it really started to get popular, I'd say in like 2019, 2018, probably around there.
Yeah.
And so I've been wanting to get gamer subs for a while. I tried their free sample one, or their like they give away free samples and it's like a one-time thing. And I tried them once and they weren't bad. Unpopular opinion, this is going to sound so far-fetched for the people who don't know what gamer subs is, but the titty milk flavor.
What?
Oh, I was just saying, like, the name, hearing someone say the titty milk flavor. Yeah. But that flavor, it was gross. Oh yeah, I forgot
Was
you
it
got
actually?
samples. I didn't like it.
I only drank one of the samples and I don't know where the other ones are.
There was one that I liked. I think it was one of their like first samples they came out with because it was like just some like regular ass sample, and I was like, yeah, this isn't bad. The titty milk flavor is like blue raspberry mixed with like milk flavoring. And some people love it. I thought it was gross.
Vinny loves titty milk.
I don't like it. I thought it was anyway, I have been wanting to get like just a container for a while. Because at one of my old jobs in my hometown, they didn't get Gamer Steps. I think they got
G Fuel?
Yeah, I think it was G Fuel. And they would keep it at work, and one of the drinks I always did, which was probably so bad for me, but whatever, I would take a scoop of they called it peach rings, I think. It was kind of like fuzzy peaches flavor, and you'd mix it with Sprite. It was so good. But I always wanted to order Gamer Supps. And so one of my favorite YouTubers I've been watching since I was like in middle school released the flavor, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, like, I've heard that it's pretty good, which is funny because the flavor's name is good. I've heard it's good. I'm kind of tempted to try it. And
it's the red one, right?
Yeah, the red one. It's kind of like cherry slushy. I have not used a lot of it because there was like a week where I would have like a scoop a day, and then afterwards I started to feel sick, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let's like tone back a bit, and I haven't touched it since. But to be fair,
not gonna sponsor us if you see that.
Oh, my bad. Everything was perfectly fine. But no, it does taste really good. It tastes like a cherry slushy, I think, kind of like that. So it's good. So I was like, okay, he released this flavor. I've heard it's good. I kind of want to try it. And like a week or so after it was released, they did a big sale where it was like, I think 12% off your purchase, whatever. So I ordered it, and it said it came out to about $35, which I'm like, that's still kind of expensive, but whatever, I'll get it. Turns out that was in USD. So it ended up being like 60-something dollars, and I'm like, this already doesn't really feel worth it to a degree. Yeah. At least coming from the perspective of a broke college student. I don't really got $60 to drop on a small container of like energy drink powder. Anyway.
Yeah.
I buy that. I get the notification that it ships, whatever. Something that I forgot to keep in mind is that it is technically a supplement, and supplements have fees when they cross the border. And I got a message saying, oh, you need to pay a $50 like fee, or else this product won't be shipped. And I'm like, so you're telling me this container of energy drink powder, which can fit into the palm of my hand, is gonna cost me $110? And it did. I paid the fee. I got it. I tried it. It was good. I don't know if it's $110 good, but it's good. And I mean, so far that container has lasted me a couple of months. So
I mean, great, but also dropping $110 fucking dollars isn't an easy feat.
No, it's and that's the one thing I hate about being Canadian, is that ordering anything from outside is so fucking expensive.
I feel like every time I've ordered from the US, though, it's been like weirdly more expensive sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's kind of fucked because they're just below us.
You just have to drive a fucking car.
They're beneath us.
Yeah. Freaking scum. No, I'm kidding. Scum beneath us.
New York's okay.
New York's okay.
For the entertainment.
I love whenever I tell like the people around me that I'm like I remember one time at work we were talking about like places we've been, and I was like, yeah, I've been to Minnesota, and they're like, why the fuck did you go to Minnesota? I'm like, oh, my best friend's there. I got to go see my best friend. But every time I'm like, yeah. If they're like, oh, where have you been in the US? And I'm like, oh yeah, like Florida. I've been to New York State, not New York City, but areas in New York State, and like Minnesota. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, Minnesota. We should go to where?
New York.
I'm down. Although
there's probably a bus or something. I don't know.
There is. Well, I remember I sent you a screenshot of like a bus that goes from Toronto to New York, but it's also like 12 hours, and those seats are
Oh,
small.
oh yeah, yeah.
But like
We'll
it is
fly out.
only
We
like
can fly.
$20, so
Oh, only $20 for
well, I
to
think
New York.
US. So it's gonna be more
Oh,
like 40,
but
60 probably.
still,
But
that's
still, that's
still like
better than like 500 plane ticket.
yeah. But also like
Um,
my go like whenever I get on the GO train, it's $10. So like
damn, what the fuck?
40, goddamn.
Yeah,
Well, I'm nine something because presto, but
yeah. No, that's true.
yeah.
No, actually, the fact you mentioning New York reminded me of something. I was coming home from work on Wednesday, and I
Mhm.
swear to God, I thought I was in fucking New York based on the size of a rat I saw on the fucking subway
Are
station.
you serious?
I am dead serious. I was on the train, and we were pulling into a station, and it was like 9:30 at night. I was coming home from work, so it was like not busy, but there was like enough people that like the trains were like comfortably like full, I guess.
Mhm.
Um it wasn't just me and some other like weird ass dude on the other side of the train. Um and so I'm just like listening to my music, looking out the window cuz I like watching when I'm on like the train. I like watching like looking at the window, I guess. I don't know why. You're kind of looking at like a brick wall for most of it, but whatever. Um and we pull into the station and I look and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I kind of ignore it. And then as we're pulling away, I realize that it is a fat ass rat, not on the tracks, on the platform. That's
Oh
like
no.
going through garbage. And like I've seen mice on the tracks before. Like at some
Yeah.
of the stations when I'm waiting for a train, there'll be like little mice that like scurry around on the tracks. I'm like, oh, they're so cute. They're like the size of like a golf ball. This
Mhm.
motherfucker was like the size of like a like size 6 woman's shoe. Like
Oh my god, like a football?
yeah, like this dude was huge. And he had the long ass tail too. And like I've seen like domesticated rats, like pet rats, and I think pet rats are adorable. This motherfucker looks like the drunk like uncle at the family gatherings that they're like, don't talk to Uncle Pete. Like
Don't don't talk to Uncle Pete.
don't
Stay
talk
away.
to stay away from Uncle Pete, okay? The family felt bad. They invited him because he hasn't been around people in a couple of years. Don't talk to Uncle
Oh,
Pete.
no. He took a mysterious vacation. You had no idea why.
Yeah, exactly. But it was the Uncle Pete equivalent of a pet rat. This dude was nasty as fuck, and I was like,
What
"Whoa!"
the fuck?
I don't know. I
The craziest comparison.
And I guess like to be fair, I've never seen like an actual proper like street rat before. So I
Mhm.
was kind of like shocked. I was like, Jesus, you guys actually
Back.
exist. Like, what the fuck? New York wasn't kidding when they were being over dramatic, being like, we're starting the war on the rats and whatever. I was like,
But like,
damn.
isn't what Toronto is kind of like the New York of Canada,
Yeah, in a
right?
way, I feel
Yeah.
like Toronto is either the New York or the Chicago of Canada. One of the two.
Chicago, damn.
What do you mean?
Well, actually, I get that. Yeah.
I mean,
Never
like,
mind. Never mind. I get it.
wait,
I
no.
understand.
Now I'm curious. Where does your brain go? Did you think like Toronto was like better than Chicago, or do you think Chicago's
No,
better
no,
than
no,
Toronto?
no. Neither. I just never heard that comparison before.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
what's it called? I heard that comparison a lot when that song by Joe Keery came out. I can never pronounce his stage name though. It's like when I'm back in Chicago, I
Ah,
feel it. Yeah,
that was him. He did that.
yeah, that's him.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he has a. I always pronounce it Dijo. Dijo. I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know. I don't. I didn't even know he had music.
Yeah, that's so Joe Keery makes music, but his stage name is it's spelled DJO. Some people
Joe.
pronounce it yeah, Joe. It's his evil twin, Dijo. Dijo Keery. Dijo Kirio.
Oh man.
Holy fuck. The impulses
Oh,
are winning
fuck.
over today.
I just got the most fucking terrifying thing on my phone.
Oh, what happened?
I just opened up Hinge.
Uh-oh, that's already we're off to a good start.
This dude just doxed my workplace.
Wait, what?
He said I've seen you here a bunch of times.
Sam! Oh my god, wait, no,
I'm sending you a screenshot. Hold
that's
on. I'm
not
sending you a
funny
fucking
though.
screenshot.
That is actually not good.
The fear that ran through my fucking body just now.
But that's like not good. That is not normal for
Check
someone.
Discord.
Ew. Ew. Okay, I'm sorry. How the fuck do men think that they can send this shit and like for women to be like, "Oh, that's so cute." Like that's predatory, dude.
I've already had an instance where someone was stalking me at work and I had to fucking call security.
No, exactly. Get Brandon on this shit.
Why would a man think that this is the way to get a woman to like them?
Ew. Ew.
Read out the message without doxing my workplace.
Yeah, okay. So this man messaged Sab and said, "I've seen you at blank before. Very beautiful star eye emoji. I love your sexy eyes and you have a little cute lips with a bunch of hearts and roses. Can we get to know ourselves better? I want to invite you for a date on weekends. Let me know when you are free." Can't even spell free right.
Maybe there's a word.
I think he ran out of characters, which is also fucking saying something, because why are you writing me a goddamn essay in a Hinge message? Like, hello? But that's weird. That's fucking weird.
Dude, I'm so scared. I have to show my boss when I go in today.
Yeah, honestly, one, show your boss, but also I would report that dude, because that's fucking weird. That is really weird.
Why would you say that to me? Why would you tell me?
No, exactly.
Word of advice for men, really anyone, but I feel like this has to go out to men specifically. No offense. Love you sometimes. 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 If you see someone on a dating app and you've seen them IRL at a workplace or whatever, don't fucking say that.
Yeah,
because then immediately in their brain, we are going to go, "Oh my god, I am going to get kidnapped and fucking murdered."
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I'm being stalked. Like,
again.
Yeah, that's where our brains will go. Because like if I matched with someone who I think I've seen before, I feel like I would be like, "Hey,
I feel like I've seen you before somewhere."
Yeah. Or like even like later on, like, or if on the date be like, "I feel like I recognize you from somewhere, but I don't know." You know,
yeah.
That's different than being like, "I saw you at this place and I think you're really hot and pretty," and it's like, ooh, that's weird. Okay, but I'll be honest. At first, I thought it was going to be, like, an older guy, and so I was, like, really scared. This is still fucking scary as shit. But...
Because I set all of the... So, like, a couple days... I'm not using Hinge. I'm just on there for shits and giggles right now. I just want to see what's going on.
What's happening.
Yeah, but I set the age limits to, like, 69 for everyone, because I just wanted to see what would happen. That's why you were thinking it was going to be an old dude?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like some like 50-year-old white dude that's like, "I've seen
you
at..."
He's 30!
I mean, I can't talk, but that's still weird, though.
He's 30? Fucking dressing like a wannabe, bro. Why are you...
He's trying to fit in with the cool kids,
yeah.
Dude.
7 foot, no fucking.
Okay, this has to be like, I don't know.
No, but like, he obviously had to have seen me, because that's a very specific fucking place.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. Like, he obviously had to have seen you, but I'm saying, like, I'm curious if this is someone like catfishing.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, well, wait, and he put his pronouns as her. I mean, it could be her, to be fair. To each their own.
Oh, I didn't... Where?
Under the name.
Oh. I never know where that shit is on Hinge. I didn't
I
even know.
to be fair, I only noticed it because I saw the name and I was like, oh, her verified.
Well, I mean, when I scroll down, it says man. So
Oh. Hmm.
you know how it says like age and then their gender and then like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
orientation and whatnot. It says man, so I don't know.
No, because like I hate it when I use a. To be fair, it's a sapphic dating app, so like men could technically go on it, but it's mainly for like women and non-binary people. But when like a very okay, I shouldn't assume, but like the gaydar not going off at all. But like
Mm.
there's dudes on the app that are very clearly like for queer folk, and they are very much not giving the queer vibe. And I'm like, get out of here! Like, this is our spot. Stop being fucking weird. Because I saw a video, I think it was from last year. This university in the US was having like a job fair, and it was specifically for women in STEM, I believe. Either women in STEM or women in like the business field. It was a job fair for specifically women from the school to go and talk to these like companies and try and get a job, whatever. And so many guys showed up and were being rude and disrespectful and were shoving people around and acting like they own the place. And I'm like, dude, really? Like these like career fields are already male dominated. I'm sorry that you have a small dick and can't get over the fact that like you have benefits just for having a dick anyway. Go fuck off somewhere else, maybe. I don't know. And I just remember seeing that and I'm like, God, like when will men take a hint and not freaking shove themselves into places that are not for them? I'm sorry, get mad at me, whatever, but like a straight dude on a dating app for queer folk, come on, please.
That's weird.
It's weird. It is weird. Like I get frustrated at it, but it is kind of just it's weird because it's like, why are you so like interested in this? I don't know. This feels like a hate crime in the making. I don't really know.
But it also kind of feels like
Yeah,
fetishizing.
yeah,
You,
that too.
right?
And there's one thing if it's like you're in the closet, that's a whole other thing. But like it does feel very much like how do you say it?
What I'm struggling with words today.
I can't talk.
Fetish. I don't know.
But it feels like people
Chuck and like afraid to go to work now.
Which is
go to work after that.
Which is, I mean, a valid reaction. If someone messaged me being like, "Hey, I saw you at this workplace," I'd be like, "I don't want to go in anymore." This like Which wait.
What?
I've kind of had something similar to that. Not really. But I was talking to a dude on I think it actually was Hinge. I've deleted all my dating apps. I had something happen recently, and it's not bad, but like the people who know. And like being interested in people, no, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I'm talking to a guy and I'm still like, anyway. But like trying to reach out and talk to people in a like not platonic way, no thanks. We did it once and it kind of ended good and bad, but like but during all that, whatever, I was matched with a dude on Hinge and he seemed chill. I'll be honest, I matched with him because I thought I recognized him. Turns out it was someone else, whatever. Which, funny enough, I didn't message him being like, "Do you do this at this place?" I kept it to myself. Men take notes.
Yeah. A normal person. A normal person.
Exactly. But I was talking to this guy, and we were just kind of doing the like general small talk of being like, "Oh, like what's up?" And I'm like, oh, I'm at work. And he's like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I work at this store, blah, blah, blah. And I was talking to him, and he was like, oh, like, that's my favorite store because of his job. He's a plumber. And I
Okay.
was like,
Okay. Yeah.
oh, that's funny. And he was like, yeah, I was at one today. And I was like, oh, really? I shouldn't have pushed because I knew that there was a chance that it could have been the store that I work at.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I'm curious. So I was like, oh, which one were you at? And then he dropped the name of my store, to which I just never replied back to him.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm like, what do I do? Because I don't want to be like, because like, what if I'm like, oh, I work at a different store. And then he goes to that store and then is like, she's not here. Or if I'm like, oh, I used to work at that store, but I go to this store, but then he comes to my store and he sees me. I'm like, it's a lose-lose situation that I've put myself in.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going to tell this random dude that like, oh, I work there. That's crazy. Because half the time, not even half the time, like 3/4 of the time when you're talking to someone on a dating app, it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
So I just ghosted him. And then I think like 4 days later, he was like, so what is a beautiful girl like you doing on Hinge? And then I just unmatched with him.
Ooh.
Because I was like, anyway, this conversation has expired. We have reached the expiry date of this going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. So that was fun. But yeah, I'm kind of worried for you given the circumstances that have started in the last half hour.
What is I legitimately don't know what the fuck is happening in my life.
No, for real.
There's so much shit happening and I'm like, what? I don't understand. This has never happened before. I don't know what to do. I wasn't prepared for this.
No,
Man.
honestly, whenever like life does some whack ass shit, it's like, oh god, like what the fuck? But it is kind of funny to then like tell those stories and be like, look at how fucking weird this shit is, right?
It is.
Look at
If
how
I show up dead, we know why now. You know.
You better not. You die,
Well,
I die. I don't I don't
Yeah.
they're like hello.
That's true. No, but I have to survive at least till June 20th.
20th, yeah.
Because that's when the ghost movie's coming out. If you didn't know, I am a humongous fan of a band by the name of Ghost. It's a Swedish band. Well, I guess there's only like 2 remaining Swedish members. Everyone else is from everywhere else. One of them is actually from Toronto, which is cool.
Slay.
But they are coming out with a film, and it's coming out on June 20th. And there's limited screenings, and I'm going to go watch it with Sam.
Yeah, I know
I'm
nothing
so
about this band, but
I
I'm still here to tag along.
I might have to fill you in on like lore because it's obviously going to be pretty lore heavy.
I love when a band has lore. I'm like, oh, this is so interesting.
Fucking love lore. Their lore is really fun too. I mean, they're more than just, you know, satanic sex band, but you know.
Now, is it like a tour movie or just like a movie about the band?
Yes.
So both?
So, they had, was it last year? I think it was last year.
Well, didn't you see them live a couple years ago?
I saw them live 2022. Yeah, okay. So this would be last year. Last year, they had some performances that were recorded. And then they had some like super secret two super secret performances in LA.
Ooh, that's fun.
Like people had to get their phones locked up and everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so they filmed those ones as well. So that's going to be obviously in the film. But also there's going to be like lore stuff and like other stuff. I mean, it's like it's a 2-hour film. It's like 2 hours and something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like when you sent the screenshots of the tickets, it looked like it showed the running time, and it looked like it's like 2 hours 25 minutes. I think it
Yeah.
was. It was long.
Yeah. So we're gonna be there for a while, but I'm not complaining. Hopefully you won't.
I mean,
I'm
honestly,
gonna be like super hyper and like excited and be like, Sam, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I like watching people get excited over things because I'm like, yeah, hyperfixations, let's fucking
Yeah.
go. No, honestly, what's it called? When Oppenheimer first came out, I really wanted to see it, but I know nothing about like the atomic bomb, any of that shit. And
Mm-hmm.
my friend who I went to go see the movie with, Eden, I don't know if they listen to the podcast, but if they do, hi. Um,
Hi, Eden.
they like hyper fixated on that shit since they were like a kid. So the
Mm.
entire movie, I was like, wait, what does this mean? And Eden would explain it to me, and I was like, yeah, I had my own like encyclopedia sitting beside me. So that's what I'm like. I'm probably gonna do that at the ghost movie. Be like, what's happening? Can you explain this to me?
I'm gonna send you. So they have the quickest, I guess, in quotations, I guess, quickest.
Mm-hmm.
They have these things called chapters.
Okay.
So they're just like short videos on YouTube, and it just like explains parts of the lore and stuff. And that
Okay.
would be like your basic introduction into the
Introduction.
lore.
Yeah.
Um, because when Ghost first started, they weren't necessarily super lore heavy. That stuff came much later.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's just part of it, and it's part of the gimmick, and it's like very like everyone's super into it. It's fun and stuff. But I will send you the playlist. It's like 17 videos, but they're not super long.
Okay.
Um,
I will warn you, and I have to warn this with like all of my friends who are like, let's start this show. I am horrible at committing to like a new form of media. Like, I have a list of shows and movies that I want to watch, but if I, in the moment, don't feel like watching that specific movie, I won't.
I'm the same way.
So that's why I'm saying, like, send me the videos. I just can't guarantee I'll watch them.
Or I'll force you to watch them on call or something.
Oh, God. I mean, to be fair,
That's
that
the
does
only
the
way.
trick half the time. If
That
someone's
would
like, let's
be,
start the
yeah.
show. If I'm really not in the mood, I'll be like, no. But if I'm like
No.
open to it, then yeah. If someone is watching it with me, that kind of helps.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if like, do you think the theater will be packed?
I don't know. Because I've been seeing around Twitter like people are posting screenshots of of their theaters, and most of them are like sold out.
Okay.
I don't know if ours is. I can check. I'm
I
gonna
was
go
say I
check
kind of
it.
want to look. I'm still so mad when we went to go see Monkey Man that
Monkey
those
Man.
freaking
Fuck.
dudes took our seats. There was
They
like
were so lucky that the theater was
was
empty
empty.
because
Yeah.
like fuck. And then we took someone's seats, and I
And
felt
we
so
felt,
bad, but
yeah,
like
the
we
lady was
felt
so
like shit.
nice.
And then the girl, she was like, no, don't worry about it. Don't get up. There's so many seats. We'll just sit right next to you. It's no issue. And I kept apologizing because she was sitting
Mm,
next to me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like these guys took our seats.
yeah.
They wouldn't fucking get up. And she's like, no, I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
We had some moments throughout the film too, which was cute.
Oh.
Um, yeah.
No, they seemed really nice. No, because we went to go see Monkey Man the day after my birthday. Because Sab had seen it, but she missed the last 10 minutes of it.
Because I had to piss so fucking bad. We went to a drive-in to go see.
Mm-hmm.
So we had watched Godzilla, and then Monkey Man was next. And I was like, I don't have to pee. But I was like, I had a slushy, I had some water, I had a freaking a cooler.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I can't hold it. I have to run. I
Yeah.
have to go. And by the time I got back is when the credits started rolling.
It's like, no. So we went to go see it because I really wanted to see it, and Sab wanted to see the last like 10 minutes of it. And when we bought the tickets, which was like the night before, we were the only ones so far in that theater. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe we'll have the theater to ourselves. Like, that'll be so fun. And then obviously, like, people bought tickets, whatever. But I remember when we were getting our popcorn, those 3 guys were like in the lobby with us, and like just on how they were talking, my mind was like, oh, they're douchebags. Like, they look and sound so fucking annoying. And then we get in the theater and we go to our seats, and of course they're fucking sitting in them. And so we're like, hey, you're in our seats. And they were like, oh, they must have double booked it then. And we
Like,
were
that's
like,
not fucking possible
yeah,
here.
that's not possible because the theater's fucking empty. And so
Yeah.
we were kind of like,
They didn't even like try to like get up or say like,
no,
oh,
they
well,
didn't get up or anything.
they
They're
didn't
like,
get up. They
oh, I
didn't do
guess they
anything.
double booked it then. And we
And
were
that's it.
like,
The
and yeah.
fuck?
And so me
The
and
only
Sab were
reason
like,
we didn't make like a scene was because the theater was empty.
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, really? Like, fuck off. Honestly, I would not be surprised if they didn't even pay for the tickets. I mean,
Yeah.
you did need to scan a ticket to get in, but like, still, I would not be surprised if they somehow like bought a cheaper ticket for another movie and then stuck into that one or something.
Okay, so it looks like our theater is starting to fill up, but I'm looking at the other theaters and they're mostly fucking filled.
I see.
Yeah. So ours is like slowly but surely getting filled, which I'm not complaining about
Yeah.
that. But yeah, when I got the tickets, we were the first people to. Somehow I got tickets early.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
They
did
had
you get
advanced
tickets early?
ticketing. They were supposed to start selling tickets on yesterday, actually, the 9th. Was it yesterday? No, the 8th. The 8th or 9th they were supposed to start selling, but I got them on like the 6th.
Damn.
I was just checking the theater because I was like, oh, I just want to know. I just kept obsessively checking it for some reason, and it was like, oh, you can get tickets. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Fucking all right, I'm doing that right now. And then I went online, and everyone's like, yeah, some of our theaters are like allowing us to get tickets. Literally the day before they were supposed to come out, Ghost posted, and they were like, okay, theater locations are gonna be revealed tomorrow. And like half the comments were like, we already have tickets, bro.
Yeah, we already like have tickets, we have our snacks prepared, like we got everything ready.
It says that I can get pre-order the snacks, but here's the thing. Like they showed that they were gonna come up with like their own popcorn buckets and like drinks and stuff.
Oh, I see.
And that option wasn't showing up. So I'm hoping that our theater will have them, and I'm hoping we can snag some because I want.
Oh my god, imagine it's like, you know, the whole like Dune popcorn bucket, but it's like the like, what is his name? Papa?
Yeah.
His like head, like you put your like hand in his mouth or something to get the popcorn.
I wouldn't complain about that.
Stop. Because
no, but let's be real. Okay, if I'm gonna be realistic, it wouldn't be Papa's head. All right, it would be Papa's taint.
What the fuck is this band, bro? Actually, you know what? No, I know
everything
that
I would describe to you about
dildos.
this band everything I would describe to you about this band will make so much fucking sense with me. Like if you connect me to this band, you're gonna be like, "Yep, that makes sense."
But didn't they sell
that makes sense.
dildos?
They did. So originally, this happened during the second album era.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop some lore, I guess. I'm gonna geek out a little bit. So during the second album, Infestissimum, which is the best Ghost album, I will not be fought on this. I don't care what you think. They had this box set called. It was basically a dildo in the shape of Papa Emeritus, and it came with a golden butt plug with the ghost emblem on the what do you even call it? The base, the flared base. So. It came with a candle, and I also believe it came with divorce papers.
That's wild. I fucking love the divorce papers.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone actually like used the divorce papers.
I don't think legally you could use those divorce papers.
That's true.
But so originally that's when it came out. They also had like condoms at one point, but that that was like at a show or something.
Oh, I see.
But they had this set and that was fine. But last year, was it last year or earlier this year? Sometime. I don't know what time is anymore. They released a limited number of them again. And I was like, I kind of want this. I kind of want to get this. Not for any reason, just because it's a fun, like,
collector's item.
Yeah. Don't get any ideas. But when I saw it was like $350.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, I can't fuck it. And if it's over like 150, I'm like, I'm not gonna spend money on this.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Too much.
But yeah, they did that. You know.
Honestly, kind of a power move. I respect it.
They have a song called Mummy Dust, which is a great song. It's better live than it is in the recorded version, but Papa does this thing called mummy thrust.
Oh,
it's not technically called that. That's just what we call it.
Yeah.
Because mummy dust, and he's thrusting, mummy thrust. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I was front row. I was at the barricade. And it happened directly in front of me. Like, I have been blessed. I am the chosen one. In this.
The chosen one of the mummy's thrust. I think you've sent me that video before.
I have sent it. That's like the one video I look back on the most. Because I'm like, I cannot believe. Papa also scolded me. So, because I was recording him and not my favorite ghoul.
Oh
no, not my favorite ghoul who was right in front of me. No, I here's the thing. I only record like the first 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds, maybe 15 seconds of a song, and then I put my phone away.
I'm bad when it comes to
I'm a forgetful bitch, because I'm gonna forget it. I know for a fact that in my brain it's gonna go away, and I'm gonna be upset about it. So at least I'll have that to jog my memory, and then I can live in the moment. Yeah.
No, for me, I used to be really bad. I used to just record everything and then completely forget it. When I saw Doja Cat in December, I recorded the opening and then like my favorite songs, which to be fair, I do like I listen to a lot of Doja Cat's music, so there was a lot of songs I did record, but I did try and like stay in the moment. So I mean, to be fair, if I was on, like, if I had floor tickets for Doja Cat and, like, she, like, did something that was directed towards me, I also would probably lose my shit because love her. She has some controversial takes. I will not argue that. But I also love that she's just fucking weird as shit.
She is pretty weird.
And I also love that, like, she used to get mad about, like, people calling her like a Satanist, and then she just kind of like embraced it and was like, okay, whatever, I don't care. So Ghost for you is what Doja Cat is for me. No, because like, have you ever like played a song for like either a close friend or a family member and they have like a positive reaction kind of to like a lyric and you're like, fuck yeah, like this is fucking
every time.
Because what's it called in I think it's Demons. There's one line where she says, I just took his whole dick and blew my back out, and then I swallowed all his kids and spit the class out. And I played that song, really and my little brother lost his shit, and he was like, "That's
fun line,
right?" Yeah. Like, he was like, "That's fucking funny," and I was like, "Yes, yes," because who the fuck says that? So. But yeah, we love Ghost. We love Doja.
Freaking love Ghost. Freaking love them.
The way you said that reminded me of the Vine where it's like, I freaking love bats.
I also love that video. I also love bats on my
wall. Love Halloween.
I love Halloween. That's like the embodiment of me.
It is, honestly.
Literally. There's bats on my door. There's bats in my room. Yes, I still have shit on my door. I know I'm not a teenager. I know I'm not a kid anymore. I get it, but I want my fucking bats.
To be fair, in the house I grew up in, I painted Heartstopper leaves on my door. So
There
like,
you go.
if people bitch about it, fuck you. Also, free real estate. I can do whatever the fuck I want on my door, motherfucker. If it's there and it's bare and I can put something on it, I'm doing it.
That
Bars.
no, that whole sentence was a little sus.
No. I was like, damn, I rhymed accidentally. Bars. This is great. And Sap was like, that sounds like you're doing something. Like, time out. And then also, I also feel like, no, because when you were talking about you having bats on your door, I was looking between our two like profile pictures for not on Discord but for the podcast, and I'm like, yeah, they like you have a red background, you look like a demon, you have horns, and mine is just me with a pastel pink background. I'm like, yeah, that kind of encapsulates like us as a whole,
our friendship, and like just yeah, that makes so much sense.
So
yeah,
but I'm excited to I'm excited to see the movie more to be like, I'm curious how much of a mind fuck it's gonna be for me to just like look at this and be like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? That's gonna be I just based on what I know, which is very little about the band, I already know it's gonna feel like a total mind fuck. Which this reminds me of something. My roommates have been like following along like Eurovision, and they had what no, but one of the performances, I didn't watch it, but my roommate showed me one from not yesterday but the day before. It was Croatia's performance. I need to show you this like after we record the episode, because like it is a mind fuck. It was kind of a jam, I'm gonna be honest, but there was so much going on that I was like, this is great, but also I think I'm going into shell shock. I don't really know what's happening, because it wasn't, I don't even know what genre it'd be. It was kind of poppy, but it was also kind of like heavy metal-ish.
Okay.
And like it was a mixture of two. I remember I asked my roommate, I was like, what genre is this? And my roommate was just like, Eurovision. And I was like, fair enough. Yeah. And they had also, like,
fuck them, by the way.
Eurovision? Oh, what happened? I mean, I know that they had Israel perform, and from what I've heard, I think the crowd was booing the entire performance. And I was like,
there was a bunch of booing.
Which Palestine. Great. Anyway, but no, but
they did I think they even banned they banned Palestinian flags. They banned really, because I think either last year or the year before, there was, I don't remember who, there was an artist or a band, I think, and they had like Palestinian flags, and they were like free Palestine and all of that stuff, and Eurovision's very pro-Israel.
Ew.
So
yucky. Yeah. But this performance, it was poppy / heavy metal-y, and then they had like, I don't even know what to describe it as. It's like they had like visuals, but it was like of dancing farm animals.
Ooh, fun.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was like the outlines of dancing farm animals, and they were like bopping along to this like heavy metal song, and I'm like, what the fuck is going, like, Croatia, what? Like, I like appreciate it. This is kind of great, but like, did y'all take LSD when you came up with the concept of this performance? Because it feels like it. So yeah, to be fair, I don't watch Eurovision. I've never really been into Eurovision. I know it's a big thing, don't get me wrong. I'm just a common North American motherfucker and is like, oh, Eurovision, what's that?
I watched last year, but mainly because I was really rooting for Finland.
I see.
Yeah. Finland should have won. I don't care.
There was... Oh, no, I kept seeing memes, because wasn't Australia in the Eurovision last year or something?
I think so. I don't remember.
I remember seeing clips of Eurovision of them, like, panning between each country. And, like, each artist was, like, sitting down, like, waving at the camera. And then they got to Australia. And it is the literal embodiment of just happy to be here. Because they were, like, had drinks in hand. They're like, ah! It's like, why the fuck are you here? You're not Europe. You are your own separate entity. What? So, that's kind of funny. But yeah, I am showing you that video before you go to work.
Okay.
Because it is wonky.
Oh. That's actually funny because who I was rooting for last year just posted about Eurovision. Apparently he happened to meet Israel's Eurovision representative, and there was a video that was filmed against his will. Like, he didn't want anything to do with this person. And
the Finland dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it got posted, so then people are like, what the fuck, right? And he's like, I want to clarify, there's nothing, I'm not endorsing this person. I don't want to endorse them and whatnot.
Yeah.
And like, he's trying to get shit removed because he doesn't want that.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Like, if you don't stand for their beliefs and then you get caught just interacting with the person, it's like, whoa, hold on, time out.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's all I really have to talk about on the podcast. We could finish the podcast off with a good old Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Yeah.
In case anyone was fucking wondering.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't agree with that statement, bye.
You can leave.
See you later.
Yeah.
I'll let the door hit you on the way out. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning into today's episode of the podcast. You'll see us again at some point. We filmed this in May, so this won't be out for probably like a month and a half, but we'll see you again at some point. Yeah!
Who knows? Maybe we'll film another one in advance, then we don't have to worry about it.
Honestly, I'm kind of down to.
I'm down to.
We'll film like a bunch and then just get that out of the way.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yep.
We'll see you guys when we see you. Wait, I want to do something.
What? No.
Wait, I want to do something. I want to do something. We'll see you guys when we see you. Yeah. I don't think Sam can hear it.
I can hear it.